When I say the word resurrection, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably one specific Sunday in the spring, right? Easter. But what if resurrection isn't just some seasonal event? What if it's not only about the future, but a powerful force that's happening right now in our everyday lives? So let's dive in and really explore what it means to find new life right here, right now.
It all really starts with one of the biggest, most universal questions we humans have ever asked ourselves. It's this profound mystery, and since, none of us are exactly volunteering to go find out the answer firsthand, we're just left to wonder and to imagine.
And our imaginations can be incredibly vivid, can't they? The author of the article this is all based on, he shares this really personal story of seeing heaven in a kind of trance when he was just a teenager, and it was cinematic. I'm talking a luxury high-rise, a perfect view, even Jesus waiting with a white horse. It felt completely and totally real. But was it a divine blueprint? Now, what's so interesting about this is the insight he gained years later. That vision wasn't necessarily the heaven, but it was his heaven. It was a reflection of a country kid's subconscious dreams of big city life. So these personal visions, they could be super powerful and meaningful, but a lot of the time, they're shaped by our own desires, not a literal peek behind the curtain.
This whole attempt to picture the afterlife isn't new at all. In fact, there's this ancient parallel, a story about a group of religious leaders who tried to use pure logic to prove the very idea of resurrection was just absurd. They weren't looking for answers. Nope, they were setting a trap.
So this group was called the Sadducees. And the most important thing to know about them is this. They did not believe in resurrection at all. Their whole goal was to try and embarrass Jesus by creating this logical paradox that was so clever, so airtight, that it would make the entire idea of an afterlife seem, well, ridiculous. So they laid out this bizarre but logically consistent scenario to make their point. A woman marries a man, and he dies. According to custom, she then marries his brother. But then he dies. This happens again and again until she has been married to all 7 brothers, and all of them have died. Then finally, she dies too. And here it is, their big gotcha question. If everyone is resurrected, who's she married to? I mean, she was wife to all 7 of them. They thought they had him. By the rules of earthly logic and possession, it's an impossible question to answer. Checkmate, right? Wrong. This is the moment the whole conversation just pivots. Jesus doesn't walk into their little logical trap. Instead, he completely dismantles the foundation it was built on. He doesn't pick one of the 7 brothers. He doesn't even try to solve their riddles. Instead, he recognizes that they're asking the wrong question entirely, that they're working from a totally flawed premise. And this is just so brilliant. Instead of playing their game, he changes the game. He tells them they're thinking about the next life as if it's just a continuation of this one, with all the same rules, the same titles, the same relationships. And that, he says, is exactly where they're getting it all wrong. This is the brilliant shift in perspective. See, the Sadducees were stuck on these earthly terms, relationships of possession, like whose wife. Jesus reframes it as a totally new kind of existence, one that's defined by relationships of being, of simply being fully alive in God. It's not a restart of our old life. It's a transformation into something brand new, governed by a reality that is way beyond our limited human logic.
Then he delivers this profound core message. For God, there is no line between the living and the dead. People we might think of as gone or lost, they are not lost to God. They are simply alive. In God's heart, life just continues, beyond what our eyes can see.
Okay, so if resurrection isn't just about what happens after we die, then what is it? Let's explore how this whole concept builds into something we can actually see and experience in our world today. This is where it gets really practical.
So here's the new definition. Resurrection is the act of bringing new life into any situation where life is fading. It's not some one-time future event, but an ongoing process of renewal and restoration that's happening all around us. When forgiveness cracks open a heart that has been hardened for years, that's resurrection. When 2 people who swore they'd never speak again finally reconcile, that is resurrection. It's hope reappearing in a place of despair. It's kindness breaking through a wall of fear. It's that feeling of finally truly being home. It's new life right here, right now.
So, if this is happening all around us, in hospital rooms and in our own living rooms, in conversations and in our own hearts, how do we get better at actually seeing it?
So the invitation here isn't just to hold a belief about something that's going to happen someday. The real challenge is to become an observer of new life. It's to train our eyes to see those small but powerful moments where death gives way to life, where an ending becomes a new beginning.
So here's a final thought I want to leave you with. Seeing resurrection is one thing, but participating in it, that's another. Where in your life, in a relationship, in your own heart, maybe in your community, is something waiting for new life? Where can you be the one to offer forgiveness or extend a hand for reconciliation or speak a word of hope? Because resurrection isn't just something to wait for. It's work we're invited to join in starting today.